Sometimes it don't make no sense. Does it really have to? There is nothing
Hi! Welcome to Mayowa's World. Hi everyone, my name is Mayowa. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So on my channel, I like to talk about things that happen in pop culture and how it relates to everyday issues. I'm really passionate about things within like colorism, racism, sexism, feminism, all of the isms pretty much. But I like to talk about things that I personally live through. So a comment that always really like pisses me off is when people ask me, hey, Mayowa, why are you talking about colorism when there are other issues in the Black community that are bigger than this? Like, why do you focus your energy on colorism? And it's like, babe, we can literally juggle more than one idea at the same time. Also, this comment, like this criticism is a form of deflecting. You know what I realized? Like, people get mad at me for talking about social issues. There are YouTube channels where people are playing video games for hours on end. And I don't see any comments asking them, why are you playing video games when people are going through genocides? I don't see anyone asking their platform, why don't they talk about other issues? Nor do I see anybody asking them why they're spending their time playing video games when other things are going on. If my interest is within social issues and it really bores you or you feel like I should be talking about other things, you can change the channel. You can just find another YouTuber. I'm one person talking about things that get on my nerves, okay? So that deflecting thing, take it elsewhere. Take it elsewhere. I'm not like, it's very strange. You telling me I should talk about something else. Go find that person who's talking about the other things. I'm talking about the things I care about. And I know why people are doing it. You're doing it because you want me to just stop talking about stuff. You want me just to stop talking about stuff. And I'm not. Okay, so if you came here thinking, oh my God, if I just annoy Mayowa enough, she'll stop talking about it. I'm not. Today's topic is going to be about gatekeeping, okay? This video today is actually really inspired by a comment I got that really bothers me and bothers me quite often, which is this one. Today I want to talk about gatekeeping and gatekeeping culture and why that seems to really upset people so much. So let's just look at where we are right now as a culture. So if you guys have seen, there are like trends happening on TikTok called like retired hot Cheetos girls, which there are trends going on called the clean girl aesthetics, which is essentially just taking Black aesthetics of slicking back our hair and putting on hoop earrings and calling it the clean girl aesthetics, which is a whole nother thing. So everybody is, you know, I think people now are saying, you guys, I don't want to do the Negro thing anymore. We're going back to our roots. And this isn't new because depending on how old you are, you've probably seen a rise and a fall of many, many, many white artists, non-Black artists who cosplay as Black to get leverage and then they let it go and it's in their past. Okay, so we have Miley Cyrus, if you grew up or if you were seeing pop culture in like 2013. We have Justin Timberlake when he had that ugly ass cornrows and then he took it off. We have Vanilla Ice for those who are a little bit of an older generation who, you know, he was a hip hop person, said hella problematic things, pretended to be from the hood and he wasn't. And I'm also noticing that whenever people are retiring Blackness, the trend usually goes, you're really white, you cosplay as Black for a couple years, and then you get into punk rock, and then you transition into like the wilderness. But yeah, it's like a template, like really it is. I'm gonna try and put like some slideshows up. So people are kind of going through the motions right now, and a lot of pop culture is kind of on the end of that motion. But I just want to say, like, this is not becoming more popular. This has literally been existing. Like, if you want to look at the OG template of Elvis, you know, people have been known that Black culture, talking about Black culture, pretending to be Black is financial. And so like the ways in which it morphs itself is just going to be depending on the time and the tools that people have to be able to get in and get out of it. But within all of these things, a phrase that has come up more and more has been two things. Why are you gatekeeping Blackness? Or B, who are you to decide what is and isn't culture? And let's talk about it. So when we think of the term gatekeeping essentially means like preventing people from having access to something, okay? Gatekeeping is a way of maintaining that there will be things for us in the future. I think it's really radical because we have not had so much ability to say no to things. If you like look at events in history, our art was stolen from Africa and put into museums in the West, art that was literally shrines, spiritual ancestral ways of connecting to our people, that was removed from us and stolen and kept in another area. Like, we tried to fight back. We tried to get access to these things. We tried to say no, but it was taken from us. So when we do create art, when we do have these things and we decide to say no, I don't want to give it back into the hands of people who have historically taken everything from us since the dawn of time, I think that's really radical. And I think that is how you maintain things. Because what? We should just give it up easily? Absolutely not. We see blackness as an entity of always being taken from. That's the truth. The reason that we get upset about gatekeeping is because we see blackness as an entity that everyone can eat from. We see blackness as something that should be accessible to everybody, and anyone who pushes back and says, actually, I'm uncomfortable, we deem them the problem. The problem is never the person who is making money off of, having leverage off of. And the fact that this has continuously happened in history, the fact that there is so much historical evidence, the reason that it also bothers us so much is because it is also an ancestral pain. People coming and taking culture is literally the foundations of colonialism. Like the foundations, like, were you guys not colonizing for pepper, for spice, for tea, for coffee? You know what I mean? Like that taking and then you reinventing it and calling it something else, that has just been around since the beginning of time. So if we had real power to stop people from taking our culture, we wouldn't have been colonized. So much of our culture and who we are has been forced. We have been forced to share. We have been forced to share our secrets. We have been forced to share how we do the things that we do. We're forced to share often. And I think deciding, actually, I don't want to share. Actually, I want to make sure that my people are taken care of. Actually, I want to invest in myself. Seeing like what Nigeria did, where how they've made it illegal for white people to do voiceover acting because they are the ones who are dominating those industries in Nigeria. Those are all different ways of gatekeeping. And people want to be like, oh, you're dividing. This is literally how you uplift. This is how you build. Like, you build by investing into yourself, right? So gatekeeping is a form of investing back into ourselves. Gatekeeping is a form of realizing certain things are sacred and maintaining that. Gatekeeping is a way for us to make sure that other Black people in the future can have the same perks, the same resources to learning these things and are prioritizing these things than anybody else. Everybody trying to invite people to the cookout, we're not doing it anymore. And the part that gets me is people want to be like, oh my God, let non-Blacks embrace Black culture. We don't even let Black people, other Black people of different ethnic groups, like we still have tension within each other, let alone a whole other group that has historically profited off of our pain. Another issue that I have with discussions about gatekeeping and how people get offended and they're saying, oh, we should share our culture. As Black people, we are so culturally diverse. Like, I feel like, to me, the future is to invest in understanding the vastness, the variety, the diversity of what Blackness means. Because Blackness is so diverse. Like, to take someone who is Ugandan and to take somebody who is from Haiti and to take somebody who is from Mississippi, like, there is so much vastness in all of these cultures, and gatekeeping is trying to figure out where comes from what comes from what, and building together. Like, that is beautiful. I also feel like if you're a first generation immigrant or just like here for the first time, there's like an older sentiment, I feel like, that says, oh, it's good if people want to take the culture. Like, let them, if they want to go and put on gele, let them put on gele. If they want to go and have the box braids, it's fine. I think younger people who grew up in Western countries know the real harm that happens when people just access Black culture and then erase Black people from the rhetoric. Like, do I gatekeep? Absolutely. I am the gatekeeping committee queen. I will be gatekeeping to the end. I will be gatekeeping to the end. Like, yeah, it's good. Gatekeeping is very good. So all those, you're invited to the cookouts. No, we're not doing it anymore. We've stopped. We're not even, to be honest, I don't even know if we're even having cookouts for ourselves anymore. We haven't shown that we're really ready for a cookout. And there are many pick-me's. There are many people who are like, invite them to the cookout. Don't don't upset them, let them have the culture. And I feel like people actually do that out of a trauma response because they know that they actually don't have autonomy. Like they know that we don't actually have power to do anything. So I feel like their response is to like kind of bully you into submitting and not being offended. Like I think it's really fascinating that people get angry that others are upset. Like if I say I'm upset when I see people taking my cultures, people get angry and they want to tell me, oh, well, that's not, how do you know it's not your culture? I feel like this desire to mesh everything together is going to be the fucking demise of us because we won't know where what comes from what. And so there are some people who are still out here keeping documentation to say, you guys, this is like rooted in, this is Black culture, this is that. But there are definitely going to be ops who are out to erase that, and them ops might be looking like you because every time a Black person writes me saying like you can't define what Blackness is, well baby, are you gonna stop me? Okay, anyway, so yeah, write in the comments, if you made it to the end, write in the comments things that are innately just Black culture so we can have a documentation of what really is our culture and what people are trying to erase. Okay, and also if you made it to the end, look at the face that she's giving. I was like really trying to explore around and like push myself with like doing more bold makeup looks. But my outfit right now, she's looking cute. So if you made it to the end, write these things. Thanks for watching. Bye.